So what's up, James, man? How you doing today, man?
I'm doing really good. Today's been a good day.
Good, man. What brought you out?
Oh, I like to come out here every Monday night and relax. You know, I kind of evaded my mom and kind of got here. She's gonna pick me up later from here. You know, there's a snow day. There's snow coming tonight, so there's a snow day tomorrow. I'm not gonna have school. I'm gonna make a huge snowman. I want to make him like an 8-footer.
Yeah, you're the big one.
That's what I'm planning on.
Like a giant snowman.
Yeah. Last year I hurt my back. I made one that was so tall. I was like crippled.
Oh my god, what a sweetheart.
But this year I'm gonna get help. This year I'm gonna get help.
Let you guys talk.
All right.
Let you guys talk.
Kate's awesome.
Oh my god.
So like, how long have you been like into town or whatever?
I've been here since I was 2. So, and I got here today. Today I got out of school and I got here at 3 o'clock. But I've been here since I was 2. I came here from Virginia, where I was born.
What do you think about Byrdcliffe Art Colony?
Oh, it's a cool spot. I thought it was weird the first time I went there because it was like all these people living in these little spots making all this art, and there was all this like wine and food and this little opening. It was cool, you know. I would dig getting a spot there. I don't know if you have to pay for it or not, or how the gig works, but it's cool.
It's a cool spot, right?
Yeah, it's great.
Something about Byrdcliffe, man. I don't know what it is, man. You know what I mean?
It's trippy. I think I've seen your stuff with Bill Acker before.
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
what this
Byrdcliffe.
is. Billy Ack, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw that on YouTube, man.
Yeah, cool.
There's some sacred spots. I agree with that, man.
Oh,
you know,
shit, you saw the video of us walking around Byrdcliffe.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah. You know.
Yeah, Billy's something else, man.
Yeah, he's a trip, man. I've had some serious trips with him, man.
I bet.
You know,
dude.
Woodstock kids are Woodstock kids because Woodstock kids are cool. That's a famous quote. You know, I've spent hours just saying Woodstock kids are Woodstock kids because Woodstock kids
He's
are
the oldest
cool.
Woodstock kid, isn't he?
You know, everyone says that.
Okay.
You can't really say he's the oldest Woodstock kid. I mean, I believe him. He's been here. He was here when there was like the heroin epidemic and stuff.
Yeah.
He was knowing those people. I mean, he's been here a long time. He's
Yeah,
been
yeah,
coming
yeah.
back and forth. He's got his whole family. Just you look at pictures of him, like his Facebook, and he's like ripped, dude.
Really?
Like,
yeah, I can see that. He's a strong dude.
Yeah, like when he had his stuff together, this guy looked smart. He was ripped, man.
Yeah.
Like. Dude,
Yeah, I heard
stuff
he used
together.
to employ like half the town. That's what I heard. Like with his construction thing or whatever it was.
He's a carpenter.
Carpentry.
Yeah, he's a strong dude. I mean, he was doing 30 push-ups just out of his tent, straight just like living off beer.
Yeah. So he took me up Overlook and showed me where he was at, and it was pretty cool actually. You know what I mean? I mean, like, if you're gonna do it right, and he was doing it right. You know.
Yeah, Magic Meadows is up there.
Yeah.
You know, Magic Meadows is a spot. I can't wait till the full moon start again. I hate missing those. Like, you know, I got nicknames from there, like Drunkfoot. Like, if I drink, like, me and my friends will go up there, all the, like, high school people. If I drink a whole bottle of wine, I turn into Drunkfoot. That's my nickname I got from there, Drunkfoot. You know, I fell 15 feet out of a tree.
Damn.
And landed in the soft marshy area perfectly, like evading the rocks there. Like I was saved. Like it could have been like a disaster. I could have died, man. I thought I was really high up. You know what I mean? And I thought I was lower in the tree, but I was really high up. So I let go, thinking I was lower, and I was gonna land on the ground. And I was like, oh no! I was standing like heads up. I was like, woo!
Did it feel like you were falling for a while?
Yeah, I felt like I was falling for enough time that I was just relax, man. I was like, I'm falling, just like let it happen. And it did, and I was fine. I got up, my back like made a crunchy sound, and I stood up and I broke my glasses, and my pants got all ripped and weird, ripped down the middle. But I was fine. I still camped out there the entire night.
At least you didn't split your nutsack, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would have been a disaster.
Yeah, man. I mean, so, you know, what makes the top of the mountain, man?
It's just like there's so many different things. Like I've heard stories, you know, once you sleep in the shadow of Overlook Mountain, you're never gonna leave Woodstock. Like I've slept up there, and I moved away to my dad's in Virginia, and I came back. And
Yeah, I keep coming back too.
Yeah, I don't know if it's either because I'm like I grew up in this town, and I like this town, I'm stuck in this town, and this town has some magic about it, or it's just I like New York.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of both or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like I don't know, it's weird.
There's nowhere like New York is a special place. And Woodstock is definitely a special place. Like, cause it's a whole different scenery. People come here out of nowhere. Like Dancing Lady. Dancing Lady arrived here a couple years ago and dances at the drum circle and all kind of stuff. She, you know, there's all kind of characters in Woodstock, and it's creative, and there's creative people. There's people like there's open mics like this. There's people like Paul McMahon. There's people like everyone. Everyone's so interesting and diverse and individual and creative. And there's family. They give out free food. They give out clothes. There's soup kitchens. You can't go hungry in this town. You cannot go hungry in this town. You can like trip your ass off, lose everything, and get a pair of socks from family, get a jacket, get a hat, get a warm meal, get a cup of coffee, get food, get breakfast, lunch, and dinner, get some dessert, get a book to read. You know, like this town provides for you.
It sure does.
Yeah,
sure does. I like how like the businesses are like outside of the box thinking like you know like you'll have like a fucking concert at like a Chinese restaurant, or you'll have, you know what I mean, or like, you know, like places you wouldn't normally think to do shit.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's like the cool spots, but then there's a lot of it's a tourist town, really. I mean, all the money that's generated and makes all this happen is from tourists coming here and spending money. A lot of like overpriced things. Like, I don't go in half these stores, but they're cool stores.
Yeah, and better than most places that have stores, you know, tourist spots, you know.
And it's such a special small town. I mean, I can walk through this town in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that there's enough stores in here to keep the little economy running and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's
what a town, man.
It's just an individual town. It's great. It's hippie. It's, you know, there's all kind of people here, man. There's like, you go out to Saugerties, there's rednecks, you go to Kingston, there's more ghetto, you stay here, there's more hippies, there's hippies everywhere and throughout this whole area. It's just so integrated and interesting.
Yeah.
You know, it's like kind of got a lot going on.
What do you think about Red Hook, man? I was just up there the other day.
I don't really spend too much time there.
I couldn't tell if it was a hippie town or if it was just a mountain town. It kind of had the vibe, like, you know how like the springs here are like crazy. I don't know what it is, but like it gets a little psychedelic or something.
Yeah. Well, I did a 50-mile hike, and we started like way up, and we did this whole thing, and we came back, and we ended up back here in town. And on the back overlook, there's a river and a bridge that goes over it. And this was like a month ago. I don't know, what month is it? I don't seem uneducated here with my month or something. It's like October or something. We did this 50-mile hike, and we're about to come back. We're just got one more mountain left, and we dunked ourselves, like fully submerged in this cold water, and I was like healed. Like, I could run down Overlook after 50 miles carrying my pack and my food and everything. Like, it was like healed us. Wow. It was like the magic spring from like Lord of the Rings, you know what I mean?
Wow.
It was in the spring. There's also springs on like if you do the Devil's Path, it's like a 30-mile hike. It's really intense, a whole bunch of mountains. It's like really intense. It's hard. It's painful. Wow. But there's springs out there that are just great. Like, it's magical water. It's like vitamin water. It's insane.
What do you think about the women of Woodstock?
The women of Woodstock.
Yeah, it seems like that there's a different kind of women, a kind of woman that is drawn up here or something, or like that is maybe produced up here.
I mean, I'm 18 and I'm still in school, so I like women I like focus on are in school, and they're my age. But like women here that like women here like they're
a little more self-actualized or something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of feminism, a lot of feminist ideas. There's a lot
of health conscious.
Health conscious is a big thing, you know. And everyone has their own trip. Like Kate has her religious trip, you know what I mean? And I've seen that go wonderful, and I've seen that go sour in situations, you know what I mean? Everyone has their own trip. I mean, there's like Dancing Lady just dances around and music. She's probably gonna. You've seen her dance here.
Yeah.
You know,
sure
she lives in her car. She doesn't care that I just said she lives in her car. She lives in her car. She calls it glamping.
Yeah.
It's cheap. You know? And,
Nah, it's cool. I do it sometimes up here. It's fun. It's a good place to just kind of let loose, you know.
Totally. Because you can fall back, and the community will help you.
Yeah,
you know?
non-judgmental,
non-judgmental, yeah.
You know, harassed or whatever.
Sometimes there are, like, kind of like, misogynistic or like pedophile types, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've noticed that a little
Drunken
bit too.
bums, you know
Yeah,
what I
and
mean? They all
kinda-
get arrested.
I mean, you know how to navigate around them, but you kind of wish they weren't here, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of tourists come and think that like these are all old hippies, but they're really just drunk people on the green. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they do have their special trips, and I do chill with them. But I've been trying to actually get away from that and get more with the creative or people who aren't
Yeah.
just sitting there drinking. I mean, Richard, I love Richard. Richard is so awesome. You know what I mean? Yogi Mike's a trip, but you know, Yogi Mike has done some things that kind of piss me off and piss the community off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So have some other people. You know what I mean? It's like it's
Nah,
a whole mix.
I'm glad that you brought that up because there is that element up here where you got to kind of like look out for the youth because there are some real weird people around.
Yeah.
But it's how do I say it? It's like it's always an unpleasant situation when you're around that kind of stuff.
People
but,
are looking out though.
But sometimes there's no way around certain kinds of people. Like you know, they belong in jail, but it's not our jobs to put them there.
Right. And Woodstock also is kind of like a psych ward. People come straight from the psych ward into Woodstock.
Yeah.
Like I like living here, like people come straight from the psych ward into Woodstock, and that's groovy.
Yeah.
That's groovy and it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like I got a free guitar from a guy after I broke.
Oh, there's a lot of psychos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Certifiable.
Oh yeah. Everyone's getting a government check. A lot. It's interesting, you know. I'm looking at it more of an analytical little approach here, kind of.
Yeah. What do you think about like the left wing New York liberal vibe that you guys got going on up here? Because I know in Philadelphia it's not like that at all.
I don't know. Everyone has their own opinions.
Yeah.
I'm into liberal stuff, but I'm into also other kind of like rights. You know what I mean? Like I think women should be able to have abortions for sure. That's a really important thing for my safety and for their safety. You know, freedom of the bodies. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that don't really like line up, like with a lot of the different kinds of, you know what I mean? Like, like if life is like in a Rubik's cube or something like that, it's hard enough to set your own Rubik's cube, let alone deal with the Rubik's cubes that are in front of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Like the whole political trips that people have, I try not to get into too much because I don't know. I have like. I like to say I'm neutral, but my mom always says I shouldn't be neutral and I should just pick a side. I mean, you know, in the original history of everything, I would definitely be a Democratic Republican.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't have been a Federalist back then.
Yeah.
I would have been a Democratic Republican.
But it's not like we're in a classic time period for a Republican anyway, because it's like it's all switched up and changed up with Trump and everything.
Yeah,
you know what
like
I mean?
I'm so against Trump.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
He's a total asshole, man.
Yeah.
But
I've been trying to hold back my own activism lately because I was going so hard for like 12 years. But it's so weird because
I don't think it makes a difference. Not to
well,
cut
I
you
think
off.
nowadays everybody is just so openly
All right.
saying whatever they
This
want.
is a trip. This is my trip here on the whole river. And I know this is getting loud, but all right. So doesn't matter who's elected. Everything's predisposed. The companies and the corporate machine already has everything planned out. Who's going to get elected? Everything that's going to happen. Everything's all planned out. The whole election system, the whole government, and all that stuff is a distraction to keep us pissed off at these puppets. But really, there's people controlling these puppets we don't even know about.
Right.
So,
yeah, no, you're right on.
So we can't. We really. It's like that's why I don't pay attention to politics. This is
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
distraction. Yeah. You
Yeah.
gotta look at what's happening in the world and
Oh,
do
yeah.
stuff in your community.
And look at how they're getting everybody fired up, and then everybody is just swinging wildly at nothing.
Exactly. Attacking other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I personally didn't want Hillary
Yeah.
elected, and I hate Trump too. But I personally didn't want Hillary elected because I don't like the Clintons.
But one thing I will say about that, and this is an important thing to understand, is like when people are ignorant and they want to stay ignorant, that's when ignorance becomes a problem. Because people can.
But ignorance is bliss.
What's that?
Ignorance is bliss. The more you know.
For sanity, maybe.
Yeah, but the more you know, really know, the more alone you'll be. The longer you live, the more death you will see. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the more you know, it's like you realize how everything's full of shit. How the world's all falling apart, and you can get sad about stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, I could understand that. I could understand that thought, but I've kind of already come out on the other end of that, so it's kind of like,
Me too.
you know, like once that happens, you know, you can look in the mirror and still see yourself, and that's really, you know, because life can be very challenging sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think most importantly, you gotta love yourself before you love everything else. You love yourself, and just be like focus on your individual self and being a positive influence on people around you, and it should just
keeping your heart good and shit.
Ripple out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Cool, baby. I appreciate you doing this, man.
Hell yeah,
Let's get to the music, man. You know what I'm saying?
Totally, dude.
Yeah, man. And Billy Ackert, if you're out there in Florida, wherever the fuck you are,
Hell yeah, you
represent, homie.
take one, man.
Stay up, Holmes.